Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? My name is Razorian Buck, and I'm back with another video. Gonna make a lava lamp today. Now, there are two ways of making lava lamps, and I created a new way, a third way. The first way is the kind you buy them in the store. That involves a heat lamp. You put in water into a glass jar, and then wax, and when the wax goes to the bottom, it heats up, it melts, and then it floats to the top where it cools off, and then the lava comes back down where it heats up, and etc. Now, the other way is where you fill it up with water, and I got here canola oil, and then you throw in an Alka-Seltzer, and then the Alka-Seltzer reacts with the liquid and it bubbles and it looks really cool. The problem with that is it only lasts about 5 minutes or less, and then it doesn't work anymore, which is stupid. So the way I'm going to do it today is I am going to use this really old water pump I found, and I'm going to put it in this plastic jar here. So what I did is I took the little hose that it came with, and I happen to have two hoses, so I'm connecting them together to make it longer, but I'm sure you could just go to the store and buy a long hose. And I know you probably don't have a little water pump hanging around your house, and that's really the only thing you're going to need that you probably don't have at your house. Besides this is what I'm going to use for a light. It's really just a LED thing, but let's just get into it. The basic idea here is I'm going to fill this up with a little bit of water. I'm going to stick this pump inside, and then I'm going to pour the oil in there, and the idea is the water will pump up above the oil, and then it'll sink through the oil, going back to the bottom, which it'll get collected by the pump again, and it'll continue to rotate. So that's the idea. I've also got some red dye here, food coloring, and the one thing, now I've never actually done this before, and it's my own original idea, but I don't want to cover this pump full of oil. So the thing you need to do is put the pump in first, then add the water. Once you got the pump covered with water, then it shouldn't get covered by the oil when you pour that in. Hopefully. Now, I don't want to put a whole bunch of water in here because I think this section of the lava lamp isn't going to have a huge effect. I think most of the effect is going to be going through the oil. So I want the oil to take up most of this jar here, this plastic container. But you're gonna want to put the food coloring in first, because I did a little test of this, and I put the food coloring in after the oil, and it had a hard time going through the oil. So I don't know how much to put in here. I don't want it to be really see-through because you'll be able to see the pump. And I think it would be a better effect if you couldn't see right through and see the pump and the hose and the cord here. So I know for a fact that when I plug this in, the water is going to come flying out and all over the floor. And now that the water is red, I definitely don't want that because there's carpet here on the side. So I think I need to close it up before I turn the pump on. At least, you know, like that, even if it's not fully closed. So we're not even going to test this out until it's completely done. Okay, so I'm using canola oil here. Oh, and actually I have some because I did a test before making this video. So I'm just going to try to use this up first. And right away you can see it bubbling up. Alright, so let's take a look at this now. So you can already see it has a pretty cool effect. The thing is, when this settles, it's not going to look cool like that for too much longer. which is why we need the pump. I'm gonna try filling this pretty high. And I'm gonna leave a little bit of space just in case I don't have the ratios correctly and I need to add more water. Now we'll put the cover on best we can for now. And let's plug it in and see what happens. Look at that. It's actually kind of working. Now, it's not going all over the place, but that, you know, at least that is something I think can be fixed. All we have to do is jam something in the top there, and then we'll get a spray instead of a pour. Let's try this LED thing, see if this does anything. Not much. I could use just a regular light and it would probably give a way better effect. So I have one in the other room. I'll try it out. I think I could add more oil though, because so far everything's looking pretty good. I just needed to spray out the top more. Okay, so here's my next idea. I'm taking this old receipt. I'm gonna roll it up. I'm gonna have the liquid go inside, and then I'm gonna poke holes into here, and hopefully it'll pour out all the little holes. I don't know how well this will work. We will see. Alright, hopefully that works. Alright, there we go. It's working. Sorta. I mean, it's working better anyways. Okay, so here's what I ended up doing to get that effect. I rolled up an old receipt and then I stuck it on the end of the hose. I folded it in half and then used a paper clip to trap it in there. Yeah, and I just took a pin and I poked a whole bunch of holes into the receipt. Okay, so I've got this LED light. You know, it's probably $3 or something. So I'm gonna stick this under here, and eventually I will make, you know, something to make it sit better, like an actual stand. But I just want to make sure it works right now. So I'm gonna turn off the lights, and woohoo! Look at that. It actually looks pretty good. Not all the lights are off right now, but the main light that I use for filming is off. So let's try this out now. Plug this back in. Not bad. It's still pretty much coming down one spot, which isn't the biggest deal in the world. Okay, let me turn off the other light. Looks like I could have used a little bit more water. It's really bubbling up there at the bottom. Eventually, this whole entire canister is just going to turn into bubbles. Overall, you know, it's not too bad for something I made and it's been like 10 minutes or something. Now, if I wanted, I could probably put an LED up top as well and have light coming from the top and the bottom. But I'm not going to do that. At least not right now, not in this video. Okay, so here's what I've decided to do. If you notice, this pump is kind of hanging off the top. Obviously, that's a problem I'm having that you might not have if you were making this. But I am actually going to cut it off so it comes right up to the top. Then I'm going to take a pin and I'm going to poke 4 holes in it so that hopefully it will come out all the different sides. And I just realized that there's a good chance some of it might come out these little holes, but the majority will come out the top. So I am going to plug the top up with this thing. And it looks like it'll plug it up a tiny bit, but not a whole lot. And let's poke some holes in here. Just in one end, right out the other end. And then on the sides too. Let's try this. Yeah, getting a lot of different separation now. Alright, well, that's how you make a lava lamp at home if you have a water pump and a LED light. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you have not yet, and I will see you again on another video extremely soon. Alright, peace out. Be like.